So, to start with my claim on this server, we have trees. I figured I'd start with some of the first buildings. Um, this was the first building, being that it was originally just one room tall. Um, and quite frankly, it I had an issue with people touching my chests. It was a bit of an issue. But it started with this. The next thing I did was add a second floor, and then, uh, funnily enough, this used to be another house, a completely separate one, which used to belong to the player Halith. Now it's my brewing and loom room. Um, Also built this sort of central area here. My aging copper monument was a whole thing. I made it to sort of project like an air of age, really. The aging copper monument may be a testament to the age of this settlement. Maybe look kind of historical. IDK, man, I'm just trying to be cool. Um, at a time when there were actually other people here, I even made a town info board, threw a map on there and everything. Please refrain from messing with other people's houses. Land's barrel storage is communal. Take and leave things. Please try to replant trees as you cut them. Replant crops if you harvest some. Do not just go searching chests that aren't yours. That is rude. Don't write a guess that isn't yours to take, or at least ask. If you need something, say something. Also leave monuments and such alone. We try to keep things nice here. The server is currently running on 1.26 something, which was the baby animals update. Which means that we've had the copper update, the trials update, um, whatever update that makes the tamed happy guests. Um, Even got this nether portal down here. It's quite interesting with these, the trees that grow in the nether, the fungi or whatever they're called. Um, let's see. We have this cherry tree that somebody planted. It was a magical tree. Please do not chop down. It has feelings. And then I also built this thing called the Church of Gunter with these nice pink windows and quartz walls. You go in with a red carpet and these birch pews that lead up to this golden throne, containing this white cat, which is straddled side by side by these dragon heads and a dragon egg. This is Gunter. He is essentially God. He even has a collections plate. You drop things into this hopper and they go into the chest. Um, it's not the best build, but it is something. Plenty of farm up here, you know, all the green. In this house here, it used to be the original shop that I had. Um, this used to be a spot where people could buy things. There were automated chests that had plug-in signs that, you know, people could shop with emeralds. And the second floor was the honey shop, which was Coffee Zephyrs, or Zephyr Coffees, however their name is, which is another player who had been on here. I've since dismantled most of it, because I haven't seen them in a while. But there's still plenty to show off. Like, my beacon pyramid here, which originally I meant to make entirely out of iron, but it got to a point where I got so tired of mining iron that I threw in gold and diamond blocks. Not because I had them to spare, but because I was just so tired of mining. I just used what I had. Forged not from abundance, but from the refusal to mine further. We also have my enchanting room, where I sold, books. along with a public use enchanting table. Um, Books that I did write, kind of, are prompted. Some of them I plugged in a bunch of actual server ideas and like things that happened. Like Gunter has holy scripture called Entropy and Life. There's a book called For Poo based on someone getting banned, and the reason they got banned was just poo because they were being a bratty child. Let's see, we have my basement down here where I just store everything I don't actively use. And look, the basement has another basement. You go down here and you encounter my will to live. I made a tomb for it. And, ooh, what could be behind this door? It's not an illegal mushroom grow operation, I'll tell you that. Nope, it's mushrooms. It's mushrooms. Um, I did also install a septic tank down here. If you go and check it out, you'll find slimes. Very septic-y. The basement goes even further down to another storage system with another copper golem. They're fine, they're happy. It's okay. It's what they live for, sorting, when nothing ever gets sent down anymore. Let's see, we go down past even more farms. A nice little tasteful fountain. We go here. So the way spawners work on this server is, you can mine them with Silk Touch pickaxe, and then if you get a rare item that changes what the spawner makes, you can make it spawn anything. So I have these cows. But because the way the spawners work, they don't have their AI, so they just stand still, don't do anything that cows do. They functionally don't exist. But I can still get meat from them. We also have a cobblestone tower that I made back when I thought I would need it for elytras. And I made it so it'd shoot you right up here real quick, using soul sand and magma blocks with source blocks of water. The whole idea was that you could jump off with an elytra, and it'd be fun. I don't use it. We got more farm, this man-made lake, and my carrots. So many carrots. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. There's a little bit of two-dimensional movement room, or three-dimensional movement room here. You can get up here on top of these buildings, my house and the library. So, every time I kill a pillager and they drop a banner, I put it on this wall, and I call it my Wall of Defeated Mormons. I thought it made sense. And then up on top, the very top of my house, is my record player and every single music disc that exists. Because I'm a bit of a collector. I thought it was worth it. And then, oh, this massive stone brick thing going on over here that just sort of looks like a big, tall wall is an ongoing project I have. It's gonna be a mob drop farm that I'm gonna do eventually. And here we have my super smelter. It kind of works. It's functional for the most part. And believe it or not, I still have so much more land to show here. There's still so much space I haven't gotten to. We turn our attention to over here. We have the sheep pen. I just decided to have a bunch of sheep and that would be fine. It's working out so far. One of the surviving houses here from other players would be Zephyr Coffee. Um, it's wholly underground and unfinished. You go down here, open that, and head down. We got raw stone here and stone bricks here. It never got finished and it never will be. Because I don't have it in me to continue this work, especially on the scale that they did. Because I mean, look at all of this. This isn't even the biggest room. There's also the pet Enderman. His name is Endy McBoatface and he's very shy. We got the nice collection of plushies over here. We got a Mareep, a Poochyena, a Gengar, and a Snorlax. Ooh, almost looked him in the head. That would have been bad. And there's still a little more work done here. We're working on making a big cavernous room for whatever reason. I don't actually know what they were doing here. To be honest, it's needlessly complex. I did mention at one point to make a secret evil base and make it OSHA compliant and throw in a break room. But yeah, that's just never gonna happen now. Back up we go. And guess what? There's still quite a bit more that I can show. Like over here, I have my blaze farm. We're gonna ignore all the bamboo over there. I don't use it, and planting it was a mistake. But this is my oldie manual labor blaze farm. And you know, a weed joke. Something weed joke. Yeah, they just spawn here. Kill them. The blaze rods fall into all of these hoppers that get directed to this double chest. That's all it is. It just takes a while. That's not even a natural cherry biome. This is all like a meadow or something, and I planted all of those and never had the heart to chop them all down. Over here is a little apartment that I made. If I ever added people onto here, they'd have somewhere temporary to stay till they built themselves their own place. Yeah, it got used for about 15 minutes and then the person got off. The owner of that Discord server that dropped me. Then over here, the other person made this. It's a hobbit hole. Just inside here, you go in. They never really furnished it or anything, but it's cozy. I don't really have it in me to mess with it at all. Just, you know, whatever. It exists in the off chance that I ever actually have other people on here. Let's see here. Get back over to everything over here. Because believe it or not, there is still more. Quite a bit, technically. It's gonna take a bit. I just gotta get over to a chest and there we go. So we have two railways here, and they both take a little bit of time to use. Making my way downtown, walking fast, distance past now, homebound. Just, you know, I decided why not cross through the forest here in style. And it kind of just leads to my fishing dock here. That's all. Just where I go fishing. I figured it was a rather nice use of rails to get down here slightly faster than it would take if I ran. And like if I'd made a bunch of stairs, this would still be a little bit faster at least. I wish it could be a tiny bit faster, especially with the other rail that's so much longer. You're about, let me get through the sugar cane. You're about to see what I mean, because this takes quite a while. And Geronimo. Just down this hill, take this turn, down this long stretch of corridor. Flattens out for a bit here. And just kind of keeps going like this for a little bit. Still going. We're getting there. Here we are, the pits. At y negative 14. And this is where my shop is down here. More dragon heads. This is my Lowe's. It's my home improvement store. Selling a bunch of stuff like coal, iron, water breathing potions, dirt, blocks of copper, oak logs, diamonds, but I'm out of stock. Blaze rods, glass, block of quartz, nether bricks, bone meal, stone bricks, golden carrot, white wool, blocks of lapis lazuli, tough blocks. For some reason, chicken eggs. I just figured it would be funny. Paper and gunpowder, which I'm also out of. I also do what I call Gucci leather armor, which is just dyed armor with armor trims. And then I also do flags or banners. And I did something that no other shop does, and I made an official relaxation room. Relaxation is in quotation marks. And it's just an 8x8 wool block room made to look like outside, but really shittily. It's meant to be bad. But yeah, that would be Lowe's. And quite frankly, I wish that was it. But no, I still have more. It's just gonna take a minute to show because I gotta write this all the way back up. God, I wish there was some way to make these a lot faster. It'd be so nice. We're gonna get there eventually. Any second now. Oh, made the roundabout. We're a little over halfway there. Here we go. Alrighty. For the next thing, I need an elytra and some rockets. Let me see here. I need that. Put that on. Grab me some rockets. Let's just go up here. Fly out to these beacons. It is important. Because this is technically mine. In that this was another player's claim, and when they changed how claims work, it lost its protection. And the player never came back to reclaim it, and it kept getting griefed, so I asked if I could claim it to keep it protected, and I was told I could. Technically, I have a land deed here. It's under my stewardship. Um, if they come back, they can immediately get it back. I just thought it was such a nice place. It looks nice. It's such a shame that it kept getting broken and everything. You can tell there's some work put into it, you know? But yeah, it's just nice. It really is. Now to fly back. Um, but yeah, that is the majority of what I have. Um, except for the sheer scale of how much of this land that I own and don't build on. Which is quite a bit, if I'm being fully honest. I'm not really a builder. There's also that tealish beacon that goes up in the sky all the way down there. That is where Lowe's is located. It is straight down from right there. Um, if anyone's traveling in the overworld and they want to check out beacons, you know, they would like fly down to where it is down here, and they would see the sign. Player Warp Lowe's is directly down from here. Come visit. I don't know. I thought it was like flawless advertising. I thought it works. You know, I mean, it's not too obtrusive or anything. And apparently something I'm doing works because I do sell out occasionally on materials and other things at Lowe's. And I only created a store that would be a Lowe's, as in a nod to the real world home improvement store, because another player has a Best Buy. I can't remember if there are other ones, though. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is what my skin looks like. A very purple jacketed guy. Like, um, I don't know. I think it works. It's just sort of a dude in a nice jacket. But, yeah, that is sort of the general vibe of the land that I own on the server that I frequent as what counts as my social life.